Well, the horrifying murder of 7-year-old Jazmine Barnes in Houston was briefly a rallying cry for activists across the country who said it was an unprovoked act of racial terrorism. Scared people. Now police have made an arrest, and that storyline is changing. Trace Gallagher has a lot more on that. Trace?
Good evening, Tucker. Even with zero evidence and no motive, the shooting death of 7-year-old Jazmine Barnes was labeled a hate crime by some. An attorney for the victim's family said he believed the murder was racially motivated because the nation is racially charged. Jazmine was in a car with her mom and 3 sisters on December 30th when a vehicle pulled alongside them and opened fire. The family reported seeing a red truck with a white driver in his 40s, a description that led to a sketch and this statement from Texas Democratic Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, quoting, "I believe, and having written hate crime legislation, knowing the criteria, I believe that this should be looked at as a hate crime." But 3 days later, New York-based social activist and writer Shaun King got a tip that the suspect was a 20-year-old black man named Eric Black. King gave the tip to Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez, and Eric Black was later arrested and reportedly admitted driving the car, saying his passenger was the shooter. The potential second suspect is currently being held on drug charges. But critics point out that Shaun King and Sheriff Gonzalez continued tweeting and promoting the white suspect narrative even after the credible tip. And Congresswoman Jackson Lee maintains that her hate crime statement was just fine. Watch.
Absolutely not. Nothing is irresponsible when it comes to the loss of a precious 7 or 8-year-old.
Investigators say Jazmine's death appears to be a case of mistaken identity. Tucker.
These people are so irresponsible. It's unbelievable. Trace Gallagher, thank you for that clear-headed report. Appreciate it.